So we stripped off the splits and we added seconds onto everything. What I want to show you is what I'm seeing within the rest of my apiary. Everything should be close to being the same size. I'll show you what I'm looking for. Let's pick a random hive here. Okay, so what I have going is I set these hives up. I want 4 brood in the bottom and expanding into the top. So that looks like what these guys are doing. So we'll take a look down. I don't want this top box packed full of bees because that means they're too strong, and I want the hives at least coming up and cleaning the place up, getting it ready, housekeeping it, getting it ready for the queen. So we'll see what's going on in this frame. And this whole frame has been laid out with eggs. So it looks like that nest is nicely expanding upwards. So the same as this side. So she's could be on this frame or the one beside it. And this is exactly where I want this colony at. I want this colony to be expanding upwards at this time. 4 frames of brood down here, hatching out, nest expands up, as does the queen. So I'll just put this back together and I will take a peek into another colony and we'll try to find one which is a little bit too big. I think I identified this one here as just a little bit big, so let's take a look. Okay, so I'm not sure if it translates over the video here, but what I'm seeing is a lot of bees in the top box. Pretty much the whole box is full of bees, lots of white wax. I'll take a look at a frame here. This is one I pulled just a few moments earlier. And I'm seeing a lot of resource being stored, a lot of honey up in the top. There's eggs. Here's a frame of foundation that was put in, which is being worked out and filled with honey and eggs. So she is nicely establishing the top box. Now I recognize the progress of this colony is being a little bit too strong. There's going to be too many bees in this hive as the honey flow comes in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify this hive on our next round and pull probably 2 frames of cap brood from that colony from the top box. I'll just close this up and we'll take those frames of brood probably to a hive like this one, where they're hardly moved up to the top yet. So this colony is set back just a little bit. The queen won't be up here at all, so the bees are just creeping up in the top box. So these guys could probably use a frame of brood. So in 2 weeks these guys will get a frame of brood, and that's how we equalize out our colonies after that second box gets put on. Our split determines how much strength is in the bottom, and then how vigorous that queen is, or how close we got the split, will determine how much is established in the top box. And by gauging the strength of the colony, we'll determine whether we take some brood away and give to the weak. So that's how we further thin out our stock to make the whole apiary this common size. And our goal is to promote the excellence on the anticipation of the honey flow to avert swarming. So I got Stubby going. The damn thing, we run into electrical trouble, and thank goodness for my mechanic, who I trust dearly. He spent some time and got this truck going for me. Took a chance on it, flying it out of Edmonton, coming out of the oil fields. But she's going now, and I have the flat deck on. I was going to extend the deck and put the other easy loader on, but before we spend any more money on this truck, I want to make sure it'll actually work through a season. So we put this flat deck on, which we had in our semi truck to haul liquid fertilizer around. And anyways, here she is. My crew's taking a shine to this truck for some reason, I don't know why. So I don't know, maybe just because it looks odd. But Stubby's ready to work.